So welcome to part 3 of my 3-part all-in-one weekend pop culture review series for the month of November. Not that it's going to be a regular thing, it's just that November had so much going on. And so this video is about Taylor Swift's new album, Reputation. And I'm a little hesitant to talk about this because Reputation is such a personal album that, I don't want to make assumptions about it or her or anything. But I did go out to Target the day it came out, and I got the Target special edition. I got version 2 of the magazine, and then it comes with the actual CD, but it's like a cardboard version that came in the magazine. You have to build it. And yeah, I got version 2 and my friend got version 1. We went together and then we went home and listened to it a million times and obsessed and compared our magazines, and it was so much fun. So this album is really different from what I'm used to hearing from Taylor. It's dark and it's raw and it's kind of grungy. And I think I have mixed feelings about it because I have been a huge Swiftie since I was 12, and that was about 10 years ago, so it's been a while. And if you're a huge Taylor Swift fan, you kind of know that she has this way of making you feel like you personally know her. So this shift in her music really shocked me because I was like, wait, what is this? This isn't Taylor. I mean, I was really proud of the direction she was going in being so honest and stuff, but she raps in this album and that was kind of weird. It's not something I'm used to. It took a while. I did eventually get used to it after listening to it for a million times, but at first I was like, no. But I do, like I said, love how honest just this whole era of her music is. I used to hear a lot of people complain about how Taylor always plays the victim and how she never takes responsibility for anything she does, and, you know, the whole snake thing. But I never really understood that. I just always thought that she was getting back at people who had wronged her, and there was always a Taylor Swift song that I could relate to. So I don't know, I was like, well, you just don't like her, whatever. But when I heard this album and I heard her actually taking responsibility and admitting to a lot of the things that she did, I kind of understood the whole victim game that she was playing before. Maybe it wasn't on purpose, but I really am proud of the fact that now she is saying, yeah, I did these things, take it or leave it, this is me, and I'm not hiding anymore. So that was really great. I was super disappointed, and so was my friend, when we were scouring through the lyric book, and there were no secret messages in any of her songs, which is something people live for. And I still have a whole document full of every single song of hers and all of her secret messages. So the fact that this one didn't have it was kind of a blow, especially since this was the first time my friend actually bought a hard copy of her CD and was really looking forward to decoding all her messages. But there is a note in the beginning of the CD, and it's in the beginning of her lyric book. It's right there. But it's also in the beginning of her magazine. And basically what it says is that she's explaining that she's not dropping hints anymore. She's tired of people speculating what her songs are about, or trying to assign specific people to her songs, and she says there will be no explanation, there will just reputation, something like that. I think it's because her songs, which she kind of hints at in this note, don't have to be about a specific person or a specific story. The point isn't in trying to figure out who she's singing about, it's trying to understand what she's singing about, the emotions behind it. And I think she wants people to relate to her songs on a personal level, not just use them as clues into her life, because I feel that's asking for too much. She shares so much about herself, which she doesn't really have to do. And so I think trying to pull more out of her is a bit much, and it's really not fair to her. The truth is, as much as we'd like to think we do, we really don't know her personally. We don't know what goes on in her day-to-day life, but we can appreciate her for her music and for the stories and emotions behind them. And we can appreciate the fact that she is choosing to share as much as she does with her fans and with the world, which is very risky and very brave, and she doesn't have to be this honest, but she is, and that's what's so great about her. So, yeah, I'm over the fact that her lyrics don't have secret meanings, because I think it really forced me to like listen to the bigger picture behind each song instead of trying to figure out like, oh, this is like about this one night with this one guy. Like, who knows? It could have been about like different nights with different guys. Like, not every song is about one specific person, and you're really just missing the point if you're trying to pinpoint different stories and people in her songs. On that note, the magazine that came with the album is really amazing. My favorite part is the poem at the end of each one. So each magazine has a different poem, and I really love mine. In fact, I think I love it even more than her songs because it's more personal and intimate, and it's not trying to be entertaining. Like, it's just her pouring out her heart and soul. So I kind of wanted to read it real quick. I know I'm not going to do it justice because I'm not Taylor, I'm just Natasha, but it's called If You're Anything Like Me. So, okay. If you're anything like me, you bite your nails and laugh when you're nervous. You promise people the world because that's what they want from you. You like giving them what they want, but darling, you need to stop. If you're anything like me, you knock on wood every time you make plans. You cross your fingers, hold your breath, wish on lucky numbers and eyelashes. Your superstitions were the lone survivors of the shipwreck. Rest in peace to your naive bravado. If life gets too good now, darling, it scares you. If you're anything like me, you never wanted to lock your door, your secret garden gate, or your diary drawer. Didn't want to face the you don't know anymore. For fear she was much better before. But darling, now you have to. If you're anything like me, there's a justice system in your head, for names you'll never speak again. And you make your ruthless rulings. Each new enemy turns to steel. They become the bars that confine you, in your own little golden prison cell. But darling, there is where you'll meet yourself. You meet yourself. If you're anything like me, you've grown to hate your pride, to love your thighs, and no amount of friends at 25 will fill the empty seats at the lunch tables of your past, the teams that picked you last. But darling, you keep trying. If you're anything like me, you couldn't recognize the face of love until they stripped you of your shiny paint, threw your victory flag away, and you saw the ones who honored you anyway. Darling, later on you will thank your stars for that frightful day. If you're anything like me, I'm sorry, but darling, it's going to be okay. And that was a poem by Taylor Swift. I'm just gonna let that sink in. Honestly, this poem gives me the chills. Like, it's amazing. And I hope you enjoyed it. And that's all I have to say for Taylor Swift and for this whole weekend. I know it was a lot, and I had to split it up into 3 videos because my interests are just so varied that it wouldn't fit together very well. But, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.